Good afternoon, everyone. Again, a warm welcome to everybody, and very thankful to all of you for taking time out on Saturday evening. More than 100 channel partners have already joined. This shows the interest, this shows the enthusiasm of all our partners who want to learn new things, who want to understand new things. Very warm welcome. Today we have with us Amrita Mohanty. She is the head of learning and training for Sundaram Mutual Fund. I think already we have attended one or two sessions of her. Welcome, Amrita, to the show. Uh, Guys, why this session? What is IAP? What is this thing? We have been conducting. I have noticed that in the last 8 to 10 months, when I've been taking care of the South channel, I have seen lot of partners conducting IAPs. Okay, getting good results. But when personally I was attending different IAPs, I understood there are certain basic queries or rectifications which we need to do. Today we have Amrita with us to address this key issue. Amrita, I want to just share you my experience what's happening in IAPs when we conducted. For example, recently we conducted an IAP where almost more than 150 clients have visited the event in coordination with around four partners. Four partners got together and invited approximately 150 clients. Okay. First of all, the event was around 6 o'clock. Okay. The people started gathering at around 6:45. By 7:15, the hall was full. Okay. One thing, so that 45 minutes and 1 hour time which the early birds came in, okay, were actually getting bored. They had nothing to do. Okay. At that time I reacted proactively and played some videos so that they can entertain themselves. So what should be done at this point of time? Okay. Second main thing, identification of audience. Okay. Whom the channel partner should call, okay, for attending the event. Okay. How to call them. What is the basic meaning of an IAP? Okay. Why that IAP should be conducted, what are the uses of it? And one most important thing, all partners are doing IAPs. Okay. I might say more than 40-50% of active partners are doing IAPs. But after finishing of that IAP, converting that IAP into business. Okay. Is it happening? I think only 1% to 2% is happening. Okay. The entire agenda of an IAP is to get new business, but is that getting converted? I seriously have my doubts. If there are 300 people who have attended IAP, the net conversion of that may be hardly 30 SIPs or 30 new applications. That's a good number, I understand, but still we have people have taken out time on a Saturday evening to come visit you, so they might be interested in doing this business, or they might be seriously interested. That's why they have come. Okay. So how to convert this? So my, before handing over you the entire this show, my main agenda: what is an IAP? How to conduct an IAP? Who are the people we need to invite? And what to do during the IAP? And what to do after the IAP? This is the entire agenda of today's meeting. Okay, guys, just before Amrita takes over, at 5 o'clock, Mr. Baba MJ, who is the head of operations for Sundaram, would be joining us because recently we have received a lot of queries from a lot of channel partners. Sir, we are getting stuck with a lot of issues with NRI clients. Okay, how to do the KYC of NRIs, where the NRIs can invest, what are the do's and don'ts. So, Mr. Baba MJ will be joining at 5 o'clock, and he will be taking care of the do's and don'ts for NRIs. Okay, over to you, Amrita.
Thank you so much, Kapil, for the wonderful introduction, and really appreciate that that you and Utsav have reached out to me to conduct this training program, and thank you, Utsav, for organizing it. And great introduction, Kapil, and thanks for giving the background basis which the presentation was customized as per your requirement. I just want to check whether my voice is audible, people can hear me, etc.
Perfectly.
Great.
Yes, Amrita, you're there.
So fantastic. So the chat box has also been has been activated. So please use the chat box to place your answer. Now, secrets to conducting a successful IAP programs. Now, the first thing is that you all are conducting IFAs. It may start at, a 6 o'clock event might start at 6:45. I can understand the frustration, but kudos to all of you, because this kind of investment awareness sessions is something that will make people understand what is mutual funds, what are the risks, will nudge them to have long-term time frame and enjoy the benefits of wealth creation, because wealth creation is not going to happen overnight. Mutual fund is an avenue where you have to stick for a long period of time and enjoy that wealth creation journey. I just thought I'll start the program with showing you some data. Just 2 years before, there were 33 AMCs doing some 8,000 programs, and some 5 lakh investors have been trained. Last year, you could see 34 AMCs doing 10,000 programs, 7 lakh investors have been made aware of concepts like asset allocation, goal-based planning, mutual fund category, etc. And last financial year, and AMFI gives this data every financial year. So for FY25, I'll only get the data by March 2025. But can you see the kind of delta? 72% change, 122%. That means while a lot of while we might think that a lot of our investors are coming, or potential investors and people are coming for venue and menu, but a lot of them, even if one or two concepts gets inside their psyche, they will embark on a journey of savings which will eventually create good wealth for them. So kudos to all of you to have conducted IAPs, or you are in the journey of conducting IFEs. So the learning objective is, obviously we'll understand कि IAP का क्या मतलब है, what are its benefits, whom to invite. There are some AI tools that can help you create a nice invitational letter, or some nice memes, because you are dealing with lots of youngsters today. You're dealing with Gen Z, people who are born after 1996, and they want to find they want an invitation which is funny, which is humorous, which is eye-catching. So AI tools for creating videos, AI tools for creating memes. What are the different mediums you can use for creating IAP invitational letters? Whom to invite? Where do you get those clients? Very important to have good program name, because people don't want cliched name like investor awareness program. You can call that, but can there be some interesting name that is eye-catching? Then logistics, how do you collaborate? How do you do the logistical part, take care of the logistical part? And I have always believed that any presentation, be it a presentation for investors, or be it for a presentation for anyone, there is a structure. Giving a presentation, one might be a natural orator, can have that natural flair, but presentation is a science, it's a structure. And I want to share that structure because I've seen terrific presenters not following that structure. And that is why their presentation goes all over the place. So we are going to look at that structure of a presentation, and then things to keep in mind after the IAP, like you have to follow up, right? You have to follow up with your investor to get an appointment. So the thing is, we are going to we'll break this presentation into three broad parts: IAP meaning and pre-IAP formalities, structure of IAP presentation, and post-IAP formalities. So what is IAP and what are its benefits? So IAP are educational, investor awareness programs, are educational sessions where you intend to empower your investors or prospective investor or people's knowledge around disciplined investing. They should sign up for, SIP, which is like a recurring investment. They should invest regularly and invest for the long term. So invest regularly, invest for the long term. Obviously, concepts like asset allocation, financial planning gets involved. You have to explain all of that, and then get into what do you mean by mutual funds. And there are plethora of mutual fund schemes and variety of mutual fund schemes available. You have to explain all of that. So it's all about awareness and how to manage money wisely. So if you look at a typical IAP, and let me share my screen to show you an IAP presentation. Just one second. Yeah. Yeah. If I have to show you an IAP presentation, this is basically Sundaram ka IAP presentation. So broadly, it will talk about difference between saving and investing. Then it will speak about impact of inflation on your wealth creation. It will give you some wise money nurturing habits that is starting early, and progression from saving to investing, etc. What are the steps in financial planning, and all of that. So in fact, this is what we have branded it through by putting Sundaram's logo. Nevertheless, you can find the IAP link, and let me put it on the chat box. This is the Amphi link, and I'll put it on the chat box. And this is the IAP presentation. You can download it and run investor awareness sessions using this particular format. Now, if you're looking at the standard IAP, basically it is AMCs who conduct IAPs. In fact, AMCs are the people, they inform distributors to get their investors for an IAP session. But AMC, it requires 15-20 days of planning, because AMC has to give the registration form on their website, inform Amphi. When the presentation is getting conducted, they have to take pictures of the presenter from the AMC who's presenting it, some videos also, and no products can be discussed. So, and you never know, there can be SEBI officials also sitting there. So the whole idea is being large-hearted, being magnanimous, being altruistic. And that presentation, which I gave you a brief glimpse, covers these 11, 12 topics, that is saving with and investing, essence of financial planning. And you have to go in that same sequence only: asset allocation, mutual fund, how does it work, mutual fund ka structure, which is sponsor, trustee, custodian, AMC, RTA, etc. Different types of mutual fund schemes. What do you mean by NAV? What do you mean by product labeling, which is investment objective, riskometer, nature of scheme, etc. What do you mean by SIT SIKIM? What are the different formats of investing, lump sum, SWP, so on and so forth. Taxation around mutual funds, etc. So if you're talking about IAP, the brief glimpse that I gave you, this is the IAP presentation. It has this light green color ka background. Most of the AMCs put their logo up or down, and it has to be run in the same sequence. They publish the registration link on their website, give it to SEBI, but it is basically the AMC which does it. Now, there's one way AMC does it and distributors call their investors. The other way is that distributors themselves do it. And even then, I would suggest that keep it more large-hearted, where we speak more about concepts.
Amrita, one
Yeah.
question a lot of people are asking, is it
Hmm.
compulsory that we have to run this PPT only, or we can run anything else in an IAP?
Great. I think it's a good question. So if it is from an AMC, then this PPT has to be run, right? But if a distributor is conducting, like if Prudent is conducting a presentation, right? Because if it is through an AMC, we have certain policies that we need to follow, which is informing Amphi, which is taking pictures, which is keeping a log of all of that, so that every half yearly, there are SEBI auditors, Amphi auditors, our internal auditing team who would ask for such details. So we need an attendance sheet, we need a registration form, we need pictures. Now, if you're going via AMC, so this structure only needs to be followed. If you're doing it on your own, then not necessarily the structure needs to be followed.
And then that's not an IAP, right? It's a different client meeting only.
You can call it as an investor empowerment session or investment enlightening session.
ठीक. So this is compulsion. मतलब we can run only this PPT.
Yes, yes. But you can give analogies, examples. Like, for example, you can explain. If somebody asks you what is a mutual fund, then you can give a nice explanation. Imagine you're going to a food court where there are multiple food stalls. There is a food stall selling Chinese food. There is another one selling Tibetan food, another one selling Indian food, Andhra food, etc. Obviously, we can't eat everything, and we can't shell out money in all the food stalls. So we and our group of friends pool in money and buy one big thali which has pizza, momos, whatever, and we get, by pooling in money, we get a big thali, we get all the food items, and that is what is mutual fund, where people pool in money. So you can use simple examples to explain, and there also ChatGPT can help you out with coming up with some examples. So if it is via an AMC, the structure needs to be followed, and you can explain concepts in simple terms by giving analogies and examples.
Thank you.
Sure. Now, obviously, if we look at it, sometimes what happens, it's all karma, right? If we do good, good things comes back to us. So if you are very, with a lot of passion, you've gone ahead and explained a lot of concepts associated with even simple asset allocation, financial planning, mutual fund, different types of mutual fund categories under equity, debt, hybrid solutions, etc. What happens is that maybe some investors may still listen to you and go direct, but a lot of them will have that respect that you have taught them so much, and eventually they'll become your clients. So you're doing a good service, which is you're making people make informed decisions. Second is that today, thanks to all these IPs that a lot of distributors have done via AMCs, or their own, they conduct a lot of investor educational seminars. It has led to mutual fund being an avenue which through which a lot of investors are investing in SIP. Now, if you look at the SIP throughput month on month, SIP volumes of SIP amount month on month, it's 25,000 crores. That is as good as $3.5 billion. Now, if you get $3.5 billion month on month, that's in a year, we are talking about $40 billion. We don't even need FIIs. We don't even need FPIs because our own people are supporting the market. And our own people are supporting companies and businesses. Our own people, our citizens, our investors are actually spurring economic growth. So there is so much of ripple effects that takes place. You are promoting a savings culture. I will be honest, if I wasn't part of this industry, I would not have saved, and I would not have been able to create money for rainy days. Now, the fact that all these IAPs I would have attended at one point in time enabled each and every one of us to create some wealth for ourselves so that we can navigate turbulent times. So there is benefit for investors also. But most importantly, what's in it for me? Mera kya benefit hai? You're getting trust, you're getting respect of investors. I would say you're positioning yourself as a thought leader, right? So position yourself as a thought leader, because in this life and world, two types of people get respected: people who speak and people who write. And the fact that we have to overcome our public speaking fear, go all out on the stage, do a little bit of research in terms of what kind of examples we can give, what kind of informative snippets we can give. And you will have an halo effect, just like Gautam Buddha has a halo around him. You'll have a halo effect when you speak. You position yourself as a thought leader, and all of it all actually looks at culminating into investor acquisition. So benefits are there. You have to continuously do it, and over a period of time. Like for example, when I started training in my LinkedIn, I would have had 200 connections, but today I have 3,000 connections, and it all has started because someday I started training. So things gets built up over a period of time, and the key is consistency, continuously, consistently doing this activity again and again. Now the question is, kisko invite kare? Whom are we going to invite? I would say that your own mobile phone is the biggest database that you have. There'll be a lot of numbers, friends, acquaintances, etc. And those are the people you can invite. Number one. Second is, please follow plus one strategy. What is plus one? Existing network plus one. I'm sure आप में से आप लोगों के पास at least 20 clients तो होंगे. How many of you have at least 20 clients? Please let me know using the chat box. How many of you have at least 20 clients? Yes, 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 you can let me know.
Almost everybody.
Everyone? So invite all those 20 clients and say, please get one client, one friend, one family member, one colleague, right? Just get them. Some people will say, kya, kaun sa hotel hai, kaun sa venue hai, kaun sa menu hai. Some might be disinterested. But even if, from 20 people, 20 में से 10 आते हैं with, one or two of their people, that's 30. From that 30, the rule of always 2% follows, which means 10% of 30 will be 3. 3 में से एक जरूर convert होगा. But that एक is not a commodity, he's a human being. And what if that human being gives you a 10 crore check in future? So I would say capitalize on your existing professional network, spread the word, invite your existing client and say एक आपका friend and family member या कोई cousin वजन होना चाहिए. Explore your mobile phone, which is the best database that you can have. Second is कि whenever you're meeting your existing clients, How about proposing them ki, sir, we would like to do a free portfolio review, a free counseling session. Start with a help desk, and mostly do it, in the first request your client if he can connect you to the respective HR manager or the admin head or the HR head of that company, and start with proposing ki, can we do a small help desk, can we put a small standee, can we do some quick 30 minutes portfolio review, etc., right? And try to get a place in that corporate, near to whichever help desk that you're doing. Please have that help desk near the cafeteria. It's because cafeteria mein, when food gets into our body, serotonin and dopamine gets released, neurotransmitters. These are all pleasurable neurotransmitters. It makes us in a happy state. So people who have their stomach full will be very open to come to your stall and inquire about mutual funds, and you will get some connection. So what I'm saying is, step one, start with a small standee or a small help desk, or request for a portfolio counseling session. Step two, again approach the HR and say, can we do a small investor awareness session? Right now, if you are doing it in a corporate setup, there is no cost. They are going to get a training hall arranged, they will get the food arranged, so there is no cost to it. Then you need not even follow the standard amphika presentation. You can take that presentation, but you can add some more to it. And still I would suggest ki, don't try to kill all birds in one stone at one go. Make it more conceptual, make it more informative, enlightening, so that next time again you approach, and again you will get some sort of there you can speak about products, or later on in Q&A you can speak about products.
So Amrita, you are saying that before conducting the IAP, this is a homework, sort of a homework.
Yes,
So,
this is a
for
whole, yeah.
example, any client we have working in a good corporate, you can just ask the HR or him, sir, please give me a 1 day session or session to put a stall in your premises, in your canteen, where I can conduct a free portfolio health checkup. But the people can
Yes,
just walk in and show that you start building up your base. If the people give a good review, the HR will actually permit us to give a session over there.
yes,
Perfect, right? Okay, got it.
yes, great. Then tap into big organized some. So one is that going through your existing client. Second is also going, what if you are part of some association? It could be, Pranic Healing Association. It could be Madras, Andhra Pradesh Management Association. Try to be members of such associations so that you can approach the secretary and say, I want to conduct a small presentation, maybe a quick 20 minutes presentation on importance of different, or importance of saving, difference between saving versus investing, and how different types of financial products will be helpful in your different life stages. Right, nobody will say no, because as long as they get the indication ki you're not selu, you are there to empower people's knowledge. If there is a bit of altruism in whatever you are doing now, people usually open the doors. So approaching secretaries of any association, or even educational institutions as well, like your alma mater, the engineering college that you passed out from, the MBA college that you passed out from. Please be in touch with your professors, because I do get calls from my professors that, Amrita, why don't you do a session on mutual funds, financial products, capital markets? For you are an ex alumni of our institute, why don't you do sessions for our students? So do be in touch with your alma mater, your school, your teachers, your professors. Some of them may have gone Bhagwan ke pyare, but some of them who are up and running and with blessings, they are alive and they're doing well. They will be able to connect you to educational institutes. Right? And see, sales is all about networking. I would say the concept of ABC in sales. Any idea what is the full form of ABC? What do you think? What is the full form of ABC? Is it always be closing, always be connecting? What exactly? So Rajesh asks, what can we cover in portfolio check? just tell them, ki, sir, if whatever portfolio you have, give it to us. I can say ki, if it is over allocated into FDs, or if it is over allocated into the same type of scheme. हर चीज में 100 लार्ज कैप फंड से उसका फायदा नहीं है ना. You need a, instead of that you could have a flexi cap fund, so that you can do it. Yes. So A's approach, Radhakrishnan D says attract
I
and
think
brief.
brief.
Okay, brief. So ABC, what do you think is ABC? ABC is always be connecting. People think sales is all about closure. Closure is the end product. I firmly believe that the biggest knowledge happens when you're on the field, in the ground, and you're networking. So if you're networking, you will be a club member. So I have seen many successful advisors conducting sessions. I myself has conducted sessions in Rotary Club of Madras North, where I took a session on 16 rules of investment success. So Benjamin Franklin had written a book called 16 Rules of Investment Success. And out of those 16 rules, I spoke about some 8, 9 rules. And I actually had an investor coming to my house and saying, Amrita, I need portfolio advice. So if your presentation is good, if your explanation is good, you will. We have to spread out. So check your Lions Club, your Rotary Club, and there, even if there is a small cost involved, you can actually partner with another IFA with whom you don't have a conflict of interest, so that the high tika cost can be spread out, which will be nominal. And you can speak about so many things, like again, it can be a session on aside from the standard amphi presentation. If you're doing it with this kind of a setup where you're going to their premise and doing it, then you have more liberty. You can have a session on incorporating good financial habits, where you speak about 50-30-20 rule, where you speak about 369 rule of emergency, where you talk about 100 minus age for asset allocation, etc. I hope that makes clear, Kapil. Can I proceed?
Yeah, ma'am.
Great. So, last is, how do you attract? Whom do you invite? I said your biggest database is your own mobile phone. Second is that if you have a CRM also, if you're using Red Vision or Prudent ka hi khud ka some wealth management app, there would be so much of clients you haven't tapped. They are inactive. They are inactive, but they are not inactive to you. You can still invite them. You can still talk to them. Maybe they were in a situation in life where they did not have money, they did not invest, but you can always reinvigorate that relationship. So your own apps that Prudent provides, which are called the CRM, customer relationship management apps, are the best places to hunt for investors whom you can call. And please remember, existing investor plus one strategy. The other is, just like Kapil did a beautiful thing. He put this, presentation that we are doing a session on IAP what and how, with NRI ka do's and don'ts, as an invite on LinkedIn. And I'm sure with his contacts, so many people who would have seen it and registered for it. So the same thing that Kapil has done, how about you all replicating it? Wherein you also say, I'm doing an investor session on so and so topic. Here is the registration link. Please, register for this event. So you can create some engaging invitational content and post it on your LinkedIn and Facebook, because I'm seeing a lot of clients and advisors using Facebook and X and LinkedIn. So people have clearly identified these are the places to, actually speak about investment oriented stuff. Now, my thing is, what kind of an engaging, what are the ways to create engaging invitational content using social media to attract an investors and attract and invite investors to your session? Can you create an infograph? Can you create polls? Can you create quizzes? Can you create success stories?
Amrita, I think a lot of times when we conduct IAP, we create invitations for
Right,
for them to invite.
right.
So maybe if the some partners are not able to create invitations, we can help them out always.
Superb. So if if Prudent is helping, then no issues. I'm just giving you an overview. please seek Prudent's help, because you can have a wonderful you can create a poll. Ki, what do you think is the latest taxation on equity? To learn more about taxation around mutual funds and how mutual funds will help you achieve your financial goals, here is a session we are conducting in such and such date. LinkedIn gives you the provision to create polls, Instagram, Facebook. You can also share success stories. If you have existing clients who are successful, can you ask a testimonial? Can you tell them, ki, sir, with your picture and your testimonial, can I put it on my social media to share, to give an example ki how this person, started. There are so many success stories, right? I was reading today ki one actor just did one movie, then he left that, then he created a startup, and now his business is worth 10,000 crores. So people will have success story ki they were bankrupt, they didn't have money, but slowly and steadily they started saving, and now they are doing well. And take permission from such clients about their success stories, and with their picture and their success stories, put it on social media, and then say, I'm conducting a program on so and so, I'm inviting you for that program. I'll tell you, it's up to you to be creative. You can create educational videos also. So you are inviting, but usse pehle there is some success story you are sharing, or you are sharing a quiz, or you are creating a short educational video, or you can even create memes. So let me first say, educational videos ke liye I would suggest ki um, uh, please use chat gpt. Chat gpt gives you wonderful content. Say for example, yesterday when I was doing a session in Mumbai Thane, so I gave a prompt to chat gpt ki give me a 30 seconds video on benefits of systematic investment plan in India. And chat gpt became Sanjay Leela Bhansali, and he gave me a wonderful script कि ओपनिंग्स बैकग्राउंड ऐसा होना चाहिए, रिटायरमेंट ऐसा होना चाहिए, एक्सेट्रा. So it gave me a wonderful script. All I did was that I copied the script and I went to a platform like InVideo. So InVideo, this is what it is. If you need the link, I can give the link to you as well. Just 1 second. So this is the link for InVideo. Let me post it here for everyone. And what I did was I took this, copied it here, pasted it here. Yeah. And all you have to do is click on generating video and you will see the magic happening. So if I have the video, let me show it to you because it takes 5 minutes time to create it. And here was the video that was created yesterday, unlocking financial video freedom through SW.
Retirement is about living your dreams without financial stress. Wondering how? An SWP gives you a steady cash flow from your mutual fund investments. Here's how it works. You can withdraw a fixed amount monthly, quarterly, or yearly, while the remaining investment continues to grow. It offers financial stability while your money keeps working for you. Make your golden years truly golden with SWPs. Speak to your advisor today. Mutual Funds KE Sath, Apna Kal Savarian.
Okay. Last was a bit foreignish because this is a free AI tool. So itne mein itna hi milega, right? So what I mean to say is that, you can create small videos, post it on social media and say ki, you want to learn more about SWP, please attend the session on mutual funds and SWP, etc. So I'm saying ki, whom do you invite? You have your own CRM, you have your own mobile phone, you can tap into corporates, you can tap into associations, clubs, your own alma mater, etc. But be passionate. It's all about passion. Somewhere or the other, I remember when I was in sales, there is this TVS group company. Every day, 7 a.m., I used to stand there with a small help desk. Till one fine day, the HR manager called and said, can you do a help desk near our cafeteria? And then I got my first investment. So, it's all, as I've sales, it's, if you remember, always be connecting, na, you will connect and some way or the other, you will hit gold mine. Now, if you're dealing with youngsters, today all of us are looking at people are making memes and becoming crorepati. So here, again, you can use chat GPT. So if I go back to chat GPT here, so chat GPT का screen ऐसा दिखता है. So I'm going to select new chat and say, give me some nice, interesting memes. Give me some nice, interesting memes on benefits of mutual funds. interesting memes on benefits of mutual funds or whatever, benefits of investing versus savings, etc. So now ChatGPT will give me wonderful meme ideas. So it has given me sip today, reap tomorrow, mutual fund turning small steps into big gains over time. Then, so it has given me an image, a man climbing a ladder. Now what I have to do is just copy this and I can go to two sites, two websites. Say so here the video is getting generated. If you see, यहाँ पे the in video का video is getting generated. Today it is surprisingly the speed is fast. Otherwise 5 minutes तो लगता है. I go to a website called supermeme.com. Supermeme AI. Supermeme AI. Can you see it? And I'll put the link also. I'll log in via Gmail. And by the way, most of this allow Gmail login. यहाँ पे I'm going to put the same thing, the same whatever I got it from ChatGPT and generate. And here you see कि एक अच्छा सा meme भी बन जाएगा. So can you see here a person putting in effort to positively transform their path, but why shouldn't I keep in? I don't need steps. Something it has given you. It has given you meme ideas everywhere, right? Investing in mutual fund, being patient, discipline, sticking with over financial success, patience, discipline, all these years, long-term investor. So you get some meme ideas. So there is one called Super Meme to create meme. The other is, there is another site called imgflip.com. So I just, my only thing, time and again, I will say, I use my favorite word is play around, experiment. You know, you are all entrepreneurs. You have all the, as corporate employees, we'll still have some limitations, but you have all the ideas to have your creative juices flowing. So when I go to this website, imgflip.com, so let me go to IMG Flip. So this is another website. So again, you're getting your idea from ChatGPT on memes, or you can create all your ideas. This will give you multiple images, right? Assume I can put my text here, I can put my text here, and there you go, you can download it. And by the way, all of this are free. So all this, that feeling you get when you pay off your credit card. Farewell, my salary. It was nice knowing you. Fixed deposits are just trailer. Everybody knows Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio in India. Titanic was a big hit movie, so everybody identifies this actor. So fixed deposits are just trailer. Wait till you see mutual funds movie. Now, you know, if you want to attract young crowds, and then whenever you are inviting, always say ki the first early bird, like Kapil said ki 6 o'clock ka session है 6:45 को लोग पहुंचे. So you can always say the early birds will get a free ebook. The early bird will do a quick financial review. Matlab, you get your account statements or whatever you have invested. We'll do a quick review and quick financial counseling. So to put it as an early bird, or we'll give you a free book. And now Rich Dad, Poor Dad, how to win friends and influence people are all 100 rupees less ka book. You'll get 50 rupees ka, 60 rupees ka book also by Brian Tracy. So, you know, you can do that. Or I'll give you free icons. I'll give you free PowerPoint templates. By the way, I do have PowerPoint templates and icons. I can always share it with Kapil. So always say ki early birds, people who are punctual will get some free gift so that people are attracted. Again, we always underestimate the power of ChatGPT. How to create an invitational letter. So ask ChatGPT, and I've created an instruction. An instruction in the world of ChatGPT is called prompt. So my instruction is, please help me create an eye-catching content for attending investor awareness session on 28 December in Hyderabad at 4 p.m. Topic is benefits of mutual fund systematic investment plan, blah, blah, blah. Participants will get free 20 minutes financial review of their portfolio and ebook, how to be this. And you can say early bird participants, participants who arrive early. You can mention that also, who arrive early. Arrive early. The invitation should contain the link of the registration. Please use bold points to, for key points. Please use emojis. If you need this particular prompt also, this is called prompt. Writing instructions in the world of AI are called prompts. So let me put this and press an enter. And then press this. You'll get a wonderful letter being created by ChatGPT itself. Can you see here? I'm creating it live in front of you. It's given some Arjun round, CFA, CFP ka, who to attend, special perks. Can you see it? What do you think about this? What are your thoughts? Please let me know using the chat box. And by the way, copying this and putting it also on the chat box. Yes, no, nothing, no response.
सब लोग zapped हो गए.
Very interesting. Okay, great.
अरे CTVT भी बदली मैडम.
Great, very good. I'm glad that you liked it. Now, see, all that is fine. So please use ChatGPT. I've given you the prompt. We have a prompt engineering course. I can tell how to write prompts, etc. But whenever you are sending an invitation, I would say that one of the most powerful tool is Google Forms and MS Forms. And not many, I'm sure all of you have Microsoft ka software uploaded on your laptops or downloaded in your system, in your computer and laptops. How many, can you see a lot of these feedback forms? I've been training on NISM 5A. I created feedback form on this using Microsoft Form. It is no rocket science. It is very, very easy. All you have to do is go to new form. And there, they will give you left hand side mein chota sa templates. You'll get so many registration ke, you'll get hundreds of templates. And thing is ki you can actually look at making it playing modifying it as per your requirement. So assume you're using this template. I can insert new questions. And question ka bhi bahut format milega, whether I want the question as multiple choice. Can you see it here? Multiple choice or text or rating. I can do all of that. And the best thing is that when you present, there is a QR code getting generated and the registration link ka copy is also there. So one thing ki not many people use Microsoft Form. It's a beautiful place to create registration link. But whenever you're creating registration link, I would suggest ki please have certain questions. And the questions are, let me show it to you. Ki please obviously get the name of who are people, who are the, because this is your database. Phone number, email ID. Please write this. Are you interested in getting regular updates on financial concepts? Because if somebody says I'm interested, then you can create a learning community and add those people and continuously send informative articles. Are you interested in attending future training sessions? If somebody says yes, then you can always invite them. Gather some information. What is their age? Which age bracket? I've given big age bracket of 5, 6. You can even break it down into 3 age groups. What is the profession? Who are they? Who is your audience? Are they teacher, doctor, students, engineer, etc.? What is their annual income? Correct? Certain questions you can make it compulsory. Certain questions you can keep it optional. Do they have term insurance? Do they have health insurance? Because this helps you to cross sell also. If somebody does not have proper health insurance or term insurance or adequate, you can always guide them on that about that. Have you heard about mutual funds? Then you know ki how do you have to deliver the presentation? Do you make it high funda? Do you make it very simple? What is your preferred medium of communication? Email, WhatsApp. I think even if you can stick to 6 questions, you can stick to 12 questions. The choice is yours, but your presentation should have a good registration. The fact is that we don't have that. That is the reason why we conduct training programs, but we don't get the proper output out of it. So the kind of questions I have created, I've given the link on the chat box. You can use that link as well. So Kapil, I'm clear. Any questions that you have? Should I proceed?
No, ma'am, everybody is zapped here.
Okay, great. So as I've said, your medium of communicating can be social media. It can be email. It can be WhatsApp. Now WhatsApp, if you look at your own WhatsApp, if I open my own WhatsApp itself, not many people know this 3 community ka tool. Community ka tool mein you can create a community. You can even
Uh,
broadcast your message.
Amrita, if you allow me, I can do that for you on the mobile.
Yeah, please, please. I'll stop sharing. You can share your this one and explain.
Just a second. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no. And I think, just a second.
Or I have my thing. I can show it to them. I don't know where
Just a
exactly.
second. Just a second. It's connecting. One second.
Yeah, yeah. Please show it to them. No worries.
I think it's just, just a second. Just switch off my video, then I can connect.
Yeah.
It's connected. One second. Can you see the screen? Bhutaya.
Yes, yes, I can see it. Yes, yes, I can see it. Yes,
Just a second.
yes,
So here you are saying this is the thing you are saying.
yes. The due community. Yes,
Okay. Good
and you
start.
can create if people who are interested, we can create a community for them. Na? We
Okay.
have them first save those mobile numbers on our phone
Okay.
and create a community name. You can create any mutual fund awareness group or whatever, and keep on adding phone numbers. Yeah.
So I can know what to do. I've gone inside that and I'll add members here.
Yeah, you have to add the numbers here. Yes.
Okay. Got it. So this becomes a part of the community. So
Yes.
in this community, can people see each other?
No, they cannot. That
Oh,
is the best part of
that's the
it.
beauty. I think
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing. So the people cannot see each other, but I can, whatever I put in this community, everybody can see, but nobody can see each other.
Yes. They can't see. The privacy is protected. You can see, but others cannot see. Yes.
Oh, can I convert my existing groups into community?
You can just tell them ki, take a concurrence. So I do have a learning community, which has around 200 members, but you can always check. So there is an option where you send a link to them. When
Okay.
can you if you go to Chat GPT,
Yeah.
and there is an when you so over on the top right corner, no?
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So you can even give the link. Whoever are interested, they can join the community.
How to do that?
So I'll let me go to my community.
Yes.
For example, yeah, let me just see. Yeah, just 1 second. Learning, yeah. Now, yeah. Okay, so when you are on the learning community on that chat box, right? You have a plus symbol, right?
Okay. Should we go back there? Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
please go back there.
Okay.
Plus symbol, your chat GPT. Can you, yeah, chat GPT, can you select it?
Hey, it's gone.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I think it's fun in the chats only. Yeah. Okay.
And then
I'll
select
go to the
that,
announcement
announcements, and the
okay.
plus symbol at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay. Yeah.
The plus symbol. Kindly, can you see contacts here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
can invest anybody into this company.
This. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Hmm.
Nice.
And then there is another thing which is broadcast. If you can go to settings, can you see
मेरे पास भर
broadcast
भर के मैडम
message?
मेरे पास तो
Yes.
भर भर के
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
every this thing I have about 150 200 people.
So broadcast also people won't know, na?
Yeah.
So these are beautiful things, and I've seen people saying, "Ki Amrita, I couldn't open one of your educational content. Can you resend it again, karke?" It's great way to build your brand. So see, this all takes little time, but over a period of time, it'll all catch up. Consistency, somebody had mentioned, consistency is a key. It is a very, very powerful statement. Yeah?
Got it now.
Okay. All right.
ऑलरेडी आपके पास फैंस आ गए, बोल रहे हैं आपके लर्निंग कम्युनिटी में ऐड करने के लिए, नंबर भी दीजिए.
Great. Okay. I'm sure I will add. Okay. Now, do we have enough time, Kapil, because you had given us time till 5.
Yeah, I think because Baba sir is there. So, good evening, Baba sir. So, I think if we were, because my
Yeah. Good
partners are
evening,
eager
Kapil.
to learn. Good evening, sir. Sir, do we have 30 minutes time? Or you want to?
It's up to you. So maybe I'll go through the slides whichever I prepared. Maybe once you and your team is having any clarification, then accordingly the time may track.
No, because we have not finished off Amrita's training. We have more 30 minutes to go. So that's why I was asking. You want to do it
Okay.
first and then later on continue with Amrita, or you will wait for 30
Mine is a
minutes?
short presentation of 7 slides is available. I can go through that one. And
Okay.
once you have any clarification, we can quickly finish that and then we can carry on with Amrita. Because I
Okay.
actually, I told Utsav that I'm not available today, but I made
No,
myself
no
available
problem, sir. So, Amrita, shall we allow Baba sir
I
to start?
Let
I
him
think
go
that
ahead.
Kapil sir, that would be a good change also
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between content wise. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, just welcome Baba sir. He is the head of operations for Sundaram Mutual Fund. Okay. As we have been receiving lot of queries in terms of NRI customers, KYC issues, what to do, where they can invest, how they can invest. Okay. Baba sir, over to you. We'll continue with the presentation of
Yeah.
Amrita after this short session.
Yeah. So, Utsav or Amrita, can you help me in allowing to share the
Yeah,
screen?
just a second, sir. Just a second. I'm making you co-host.
Kapil sir would give me.
Yeah, I made it, sir. I made you the co-host, sir.
Okay. One sec.
Baba sir, one question.
Yes, please.
What does MJ stand for?
No, MJ is actually my family name and my father's name. M is for J is for Jyotiram. Is my
Okay.
father's name.
Okay,
So
sir.
you thought Michael Jackson?
Yes, sir. Michael Jackson, Baba बन गए.
No, people used to tell me like that. That's why I'm asking you, because I know that people used to call me MJ only as Michael Jackson.
इतना बड़ा नाम रखा तो sir, you have to carry the burden.
You're able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, Utsav. So okay, so I actually thought of giving just a small background of. So most of you are aware that NRIs can invest. So I wanted to uh, tell you that the NRIs are allowed to invest in mutual funds. That's the first thing. So one most important thing is this KYC process. Okay, so where NRIs has to pass through the KYC process to ensure that they are KYC registered, then only they would be able to invest. So these are the documents which they require. So see, obviously you might have seen the KRS application form. So there we have 5 KRS in India: CBL, CAMS, NSC.X, and NDML is there, and then CARVI is there. So these are the 5 KRS are available who take applications from NRI investors, and they do process the KYC at their end. So these are the basic documents one should provide while completing the KYC. So one is on the proof of identity, address proof, and the recent photograph, and the importantly PAN card copy. So they should have all the PAN, then only it will be considered as a KYC for the purpose of registration. Okay. So the next one is on this KYC status as registered. So recently, what has happened last year, SEBI has told clearly to all the KRAs that whatever the document, for example, proof of identity and address proof, whatever, and a PAN card copy, whatever we are collecting from the customer, that should be validated independently by the KRAs. So for a proof of identity, mostly PAN card will be provided. For address proof, mostly the Aadhaar card will be provided by the investor. So for PAN card, people normally verifies PAN card in the IT website, and based on that IT website thing, it will be automatically considered as a PAN validated. But whereas the address proof, so if someone provides an Aadhaar, so basically they say that Aadhaar is the only way where you can validate. But these NRIs don't have Aadhaar because some may be having, some might not be having. So there is, it's a confused thing, and the population completely is not having Aadhaar at all. So what they have done is that they have given a relaxation till April 30th. So even if you produce some address proof, either a passport or your commercial, your bank statement for the last 6 months, there are certain documents are available which you can verify in the KYC application form, which prescribes you what are the documents can be produced on behalf of address. So if you produce that, it will be accepted, but that KYC will be considered as a registered KYC, not a validated KYC. So, so this, if you as a resident Indian, you can see that this KYC status is validated, whereas in case of NRIs, it will not be showing as validated if you provide a other, if you provide other than Aadhaar as a document for address proof. So they have given relaxation till April 30th. So we don't know what kind of a regulation is going to come after April 30th, how NRIs are going to be considered for the purpose of validation of KYC. So fingers crossed, we have to wait till April 30th. As of now, it can be accepted with the address proof, whatever the documents prescribed other than Aadhaar. So any questions on this one before I move to the next item? Okay, so next one, see, in the KYC form, overseas address is the mandatory item. So overseas address is mandatory and has to be submitted by the customer to the KRA. And even in the investment application form also, we have provided a provision to write. Why this is not? This is more important. This is one of the SEBI required thing, that address of the investor, where whichever the country is placed in, it has to be provided as the overseas address in the form, both in the KYC and the investment application form. Then next one is on the NRE, NRO account, non-resident external and non-resident ordinary account should be available for that particular investor whoever is investing in Indian mutual funds. So he should have a bank account in India, and that bank account should be of two types. One is NRO or NRO, NRE or NRO. So just to clarify, this NRE is nothing but you can repatriate money. So you can bring in foreign currency to the bank account and take the money in the foreign currency. Whereas NRO, only you can bring in foreign currency, but you can take only in Indian rupee. So that's the difference between NRE and NRO. Okay. So moving to the next one, FATCA declaration. So FATCA declaration is part of our application form. And even now, since this September onwards, even KRAs also started accepting FATCA information and additional KYC. So we need to provide that information as part of the KYC form and also the investment form, so that will become an identification for the AMCs to understand that this is an NRI, and specifically they have to provide the tax identification number. So whichever the country they are in, they have to provide the TIN. So this TIN is a mandatory requirement for some whoever the NRIs investing in Indian mutual fund industry. Then this is FATF country. So this is actually Financial Action Task Force. Is the entity. This is actually a FATF is a entity. Is a united government entity where they prescribe for certain countries you should allow investment. For certain countries you should take investment, but you should do an enhanced due diligence. So as of now, we will not take investments from Iran, Myanmar, and DPRK, so Democratic People's Republic of Korea. So these three countries are fully banned for acceptance of any transaction from these countries. The other countries, these countries, there are around 21 countries are available. So these countries are allowed to take investments, but it will go for extra due diligence based upon the valuation of the money is coming in and what are the documents the customer is producing as part of the investment and KYC. Any questions, clarifications, or am I running very fast, Kapil?
No, sir, because we are getting questions. So what we'll do is we finish off the presentation and we'll ask the questions. Because we have got many questions. We'll put on one after the presentation.
Done. So next one is this. This is on the This is on the application form. So where someone has to fill the application form, or they can come into our website and perform a transaction. So as I told you that it should be NRE, NRO account check. The account, it has to be account pay check, and the money has to come from the account in India, and the overseas address is mandatory. So just a checklist. I'm telling you that these are the information which is mandatory required as part of the transaction submission. Moving on to the redemption. So redemptions or can be also be processed from our website or also in physical application. You can submit to our nearest AMC branches or KFIN branches where we RTA is a KFIN. So you can submit over there. But only thing which I wanted you to make note here, this table, which will provide more clarity. So if the investment has come from NRE, then the process can be given to NRE or NRO. Okay, so these two are available, and even for savings also I can provide. Because if the money where from it is coming, as long as the money is going to the safer hands of NRE, NRO savings, where it is, if it is NRE to NRE, I don't have any problem because the money also has come from NRE. You can take in any currency, but I am also allowing NRO and savings account also if the NRE money is coming, because he is only going to take an Indian rupee to avoid any FEMA regulations violation. Whereas if it is going to be NRO, the money has come from in the NRO account where he can take only as an Indian rupee. I will not give the money in the NRE account. Okay. So the reason behind this, I told you, they can take in any currency. That will be a violation of FEMA regulation. That's why we don't allow. So like that, NRO to NRO is allowed and NRO savings allowed, and savings to savings is allowed. Savings to NRE is not allowed, but savings to NRO is allowed. So these are the important thing which you have to keep in mind while sourcing the business, so that you don't have to get into a sorry figure at the later moment when customer is trying to redeem. Okay. So
Okay.
moving to the next
Sir,
one.
can we have this PPT, sir?
I can share it with Utsav. You can send it across to you.
Okay. Okay.
I've already shared with Utsav, so anyway I'll share it with
Sir,
Utsav again.
Kapil sir, I'll share it with you. No.
बिकॉज बहुत सारा चीजें हैं, मतलब एक साल में एक बार में समझ में नहीं आने वाला है ये सब.
100% correct.
And this
No.
is more like we are going through the presentation, but we'll send it.
Yeah, yeah.
So on the taxation, so we have one in the dividend. No, so basically now dividend is called as income distribution come capital withdrawal. So where we deduct TDS at 20% for the NRIs plus applicable surcharge and cess. So normally it will be 20. There will not be any surcharge up to 50 lakh dividend income is earned. If it is more than 50 lakhs, then the surcharge is applicable according to the slab. But normally it will be 20 plus cess of 4% will be 20.8. Normally, it will be the tax will be deducted by the AMC before distributing the payout. Then the next one is more important thing is the capital gain. So there is a revision in the capital gain in July 2024 that most of you are aware. So just wanted to present this table so that you are comfortable and understanding when you're communicating or talking to the investor. So for equity fund, there is only one change which has happened. The rate, there is an increase in the rate from 15 to 20% for a short term and 10 to 12%, 12.5% for a long term. So that is the only change which has happened. But none other there is no change has happened. Whereas other than equity, there is a change in the short-term categorization itself. So earlier it was 36 months considered as a more than 36 months considered as a long term. Now it has moved to 24 months. So less than 24 will be considered as a short term. More than 24 will be considered as a long term. So the applicable tax rates also I have given us as a number for you to consume that information. Specified mutual fund, as of now, we don't have anything in our bucket. So just for the information I provided here, so there is no long-term category over there. It is only short-term. So it will be applicable short slab rate will be applied on the short-term capital gain. Okay, so next, moving to the next one. So this is again a more important thing because you should know DTA, double taxation relief. So India has actually entered into an agreement with certain countries where the income should not be taxed twice, both in the country where the investment has been done, where in the other country where the money has been earned. So money earned from one country and in getting invested in another country, 2 times taxes should not be applicable. So that's why they have entered an agreement with several countries. Actually, if you ask me, there are around 94 countries have actually entered an agreement. The list I can share separately with Utsav so that you can consume that information. But to avail that benefit, of DTA, the customer has to produce these documents. One is Form 10F, where he, after tax residence certificate, obtaining tax residence certificate, he can upload in the income tax portal, get the Form 10F, and then the PAN copy, the address proof, passport copy, and the KYC. KYC normally it will be available. The only thing, passport, KYC, PAN, address, KYC will be taken from the KRA. Only the passport copy, TRC, and the Form 10F to be provided so that he can be benefited by not deducting tax at the time of redemptions or dividends, whichever it may be. So, that's I think these are the things which I had in my mind, so which I wanted to convey. Anything which is left over, you can call it over. I can explain, or any questions I can take it now.
Okay. Sir, first question is, do NRs who do not have Aadhaar, how can they invest in the mutual funds?
Uh, Kapil, actually, they can invest. So they can invest in mutual fund by providing the latest bank statement, 6 months bank statement.
Okay. So
Okay.
how will the KYC be done, sir, in that case without Aadhaar?
No, yes, it will be considered as a KYC registered.
KYC, it will be considered as KYC registered automatically.
See, yeah. So what has happened, Kapil, as I explained, earlier it was registered status only
Uh,
prior to 2023.
uh,
Okay. It was all KYCs are considered as a registered status only.
mm,
Okay. What has happened? SEBI has come with the rule, but you are collecting document, you are not checking the document whether the documents are valid or not. This is what the SEBI has come and questioned the KRAs.
mm.
Then KR has been put on a pressure to validate the document. So to validate the documents, PAN, they can check in the income tax site, where it is an independent site. They can validate the PAN, whether the PAN is a valid PAN or not. Whereas for address proof, for people who are Indian resident, they have an Aadhaar. Aadhaar can be checked in UIDA site, whether that Aadhaar is a valid Aadhaar or not.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas for NRIs, it's a mix. They have some people are having Aadhaar, some people don't have Aadhaar. So for people don't have Aadhaar, initially there were a lot of noise in the market that people started rejecting the transaction of NRI because they are not able to produce Aadhaar at all for KYC validity.
Hmm.
So they have given a relaxation in the month of July or August this year, telling that, boss, you don't take Aadhaar for NRIs. NRIs are relaxed from Aadhaar till April 30th of 2025.
25. Okay. So
2025.
today you mean to say any NRI can invest without Aadhaar also?
Yes, they can invest without Aadhaar. But only thing is that you have to keep in mind April 30th. We don't know what kind of a regulation is going to come. Most probably it is a favorable regulation only should come, because Aadhaar, see, there should be some steps to issue Aadhaar for them. No, otherwise, well, if you implement Aadhaar again, then the same fiasco will happen.
Baba sir, I want to seriously ask this question. How many people know this thing?
Which one? Without Aadhaar.
Huh?
So this is.
Because I'll tell you, yesterday we had an IAP. Okay,
Hmm.
one customer, he wanted to invest around 1 crore of rupees NRI. He didn't have an Aadhaar.
Okay.
My state head, my RMs, we were continuously calling everybody to अब इसमें कैसे निकालने का. तो somebody said driving lesson दो. Nobody is aware about this.
Oh, okay. No, this has come long back. Maybe that's what I'm saying. 3-4 months before, this has come, and SEBI has. So today we are accepting transactions. So it is not that KVC also is happening. We are also accepting transactions. There is no KFIN has given a clear operational guidelines we have given to them, telling that to accept the transaction when it's KVC registered for NRI.
Okay. If NRS country does not have tax structure, uh, countries don't have taxation. In that case, what is the option? Is TIN mandatory? If TIN is mandatory.
See, if you ask Kapil, today I have met a couple of times the income tax officer in Chennai. So they are saying TIN is mandatory in most of the countries. Certain countries don't have TIN. As long as the customer is providing a declaration telling that that country is not having a TIN, I can go and produce the document to income tax officer, because this country is not having TIN and this customer is not a taxpayer in that country, it's not available. That can be produced as a document for closure. So it is not that. So see, only thing I need a evidence from the customer. If, for example, some certain countries like Arabian countries, Dubai, for some people they give tin, some people they don't produce. Depends upon the slab. So if the customer is giving a declaration telling that, boss, based on this slab there is no tin applicability, I will accept.
Correct.
Hmm.
Okay, Mr. Brahmam sir is asking, please help in passing message to regulator. This is becoming a big daunting task to start investment. Acha, why is it that they can do in insurance online but not in mutual funds due to KRI? Do we have any
Oh yeah.
explanation for that?
See, if the investor is in India, see
Hmm.
what happens. I'll tell you the online part on the KRAPs.
Hmm.
They have done. SEBI has clearly told for mutual fund, you
Hmm.
should you should actually capture a video
Hmm.
along with the geolocation. The
Okay.
geolocation should be in India.
Okay.
So this is the mandate given by SEBI to all the AMCs and all the mutual funds
Okay.
and the KRAs. So if the customer is outside India, then automatically geolocation will fail, no?
Hmm.
So that's why they are not allowing online investment. But if the customer is in India and is able to do KYC in India, it can be allowed. There is no rule on that. It is not that it is not specific, but only challenge again, Kapil,
Hmm.
for performing online, you have to have an Aadhaar because that is the automated process where your UID validation will happen. So there are two-step process. One, your photograph, signature, and everything you are collecting, and another one is your UID validation based on the digital signature,
Okay.
based on your Aadhaar. So the NRIs don't have Aadhaar, no.
Hmm.
That is one more challenge. So these two challenges only making the NRIs not to do the KYC in the online part.
Okay. In overseas address, what would be applicable apart from driving license or landlord agreement, utility bills? Anything else can be done? If bank statement does not have the address, then.
The bank statement normally carries the address. If that is not available, they can produce any other document like driving license or there are certain listed officially accepted documents are there, OAT. So that is available as part of the KYC form. Uh, Maybe if you want, I can read that. One sec, I'm just pulling out. One second,
Okay, sir.
taking the form.
Utsav bhai,
Yeah.
Dinesh,
So
yes, yes, sorry, sir.
So, any utility bill, property or municipal tax, anything which is there, then you can produce the any scheduled commercial banks letter, which is see these are the documents which is available. There are actually I am not able to get that now. Maybe I can share it separately with Utsav. We can share, but these are only 4 documents are available in the document which I have. I can share it to you separately also. One more thing, Kapil, I missed to inform you. There is if a customer is in outside India and the customer has to do an IPV, in-person verification in the KYC document. So where normally no, if the customer reaches any distributor, if the distributor is a year and older, they can do the IPV. But customer is in outside India, and your RM is in India, you will not be able to do IPV because you have not met the customer. So
Hmm.
then the customer can do the IPV in the KYC document going to a scheduled commercial bank which is registered in India. For example, SBI. SBI is available in that country. He can go and get it right there because he will have a bank account over there. He can go and get the chapa from the bank managers telling that this is I have done the IPP. So that is also will be accepted as a documentary proof for performing KYC.
Guys, this is a very important point because certain banks like SBI are present everywhere, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So this will be very helpful. Uh, Baba sir and Utsav, I think we have lots and lots of questions which we are not able to cover. So can we actually reschedule this session one more time on say on some weekday?
Yeah.
Because I have other questions. The list is so long.
Flowing out.
Yeah.
No, is that the presentation is not getting shared, or they
No,
are
sir, people have so many queries. People have so many queries. I
okay?
think I've done a mistake combining these two sessions together because I think this itself is a huge session. What is the TDS structure? What is the NRO bank statement not acceptable? matlab overseas education, address proof, for Middle East, personal taxations, how much APs you. Sir, there are so many questions, we can't cover it now.
No,
Utsav,
okay.
क्या
So
करें?
Kapil, my suggestion is that can you share? I'm able to see in the chat, but I'm not accessing as of now. I will also respond in the by taking this and putting in a document and sending across to Utsav so that he can share it with you.
Hmm.
And also I will share the PPT.
Hmm.
Ask them to go through and get them few more questions. Let them come with few more additional questions. Then we
Okay.
can have one more call.
Okay, sir, that I will do. So, guys, what we'll do is I'll share the presentation today with the list of documents, whatever two, three things we have asked for Baba sir. Yeah, I'm going to share everything to you. Okay, please note down all your questions on one shot. And again, whenever time permits, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, कोई भी week देखे then again we will conduct this session on
Correct.
NRI. This thing because I think the topic is very huge, the procedure is very big. So we will conduct this session again in the coming week itself, in the next Monday or Tuesday. I think Wednesday is Christmas, so one day before or one day after the Christmas we will do it. However, Baba sir's availability is there, we will do it again.
Sure, sure.
Okay, thank you, Baba sir.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Really, really thank you. But we have बहुत ज़्यादा questions है. We'll do it again.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
we'll
you.
do again this session.
Yeah, thank you, Kapil. Thank you, Utsav. Thank you,
Thank you,
Amrita.
Baba. Thank you for joining on short notice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amrita, you can take over again.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
बाप रे इतने क्वेश्चन लगता है लोगों के पास एनआरआई इतने सारे एनआरआई आईएपी करना पड़ेगा भी लगता है
But it's a different topic, different setup altogether.
मैं वही बोला अभी एनआरआई आईएपी करना पड़ेगा और मेरे को प्रूडेंट को भी एक दो ब्रांच खोलने पड़ेंगे लगता है यूएस दुबई वगैरह में
US Canada तो खोल ही दीजिए सर because at least Sundaram US Canada का पैसा लेता है without any of this.
Yeah, yes, correct, correct.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just shared my screen, Kapil. So you can see जो in video का हमने video बनाया था, it's ready on SD.
Retirement is about living your
I'll just share it once
dreams
again.
without financial stress. Wondering how? An SWP gives you a steady cash flow from your mutual fund investments. Here's how it works. You can withdraw a fixed amount monthly, quarterly, or yearly while the remaining investment continues to grow. It offers financial stability while your money keeps working for you. Make your golden years truly golden with SWPs. Speak to your advisor today.
मैम ये
Mutual
वीडियो
funds
फुल्ली जनरेट नहीं हुआ है
नहीं
The
हो
audio
गया
has been
है.
generated and video has been not generated, I think.
नहीं, I think I have not activated the share option. Just
Okay.
1 second. So I'll activate the share option in Zoom. So फिर it'll come. Share sound. Yeah. So yes. So what I mean to say is that it is, matlab, I mean, these are all innovative ways of, sharing invite, and we saw कि even WhatsApp can be a great medium to give your invitation, IAP invitation card or invitation information. Now, what is important is कि whenever you are doing, if it is IAP, you name it IAP, right? But investors are not looking at, boring names like IAP or something. They don't want all that abstract kind of gyan. So they're more interested in solutions. So if you are, doing it via an AMC, you have to make the name as Investor Awareness Program or Investor Awareness Presentation, but you can always have a subtitle. And for that subtitle, you can think about an innovative name for your presentation. So some innovative names could be how to retire at 40, 5 things to remember while planning. These can be your subtitles. If you're doing it, an IAP through an AMC, Or else, if you're doing it on your own, then you don't have to have, don't need not need a subtitle. This can be a main title itself. So, like 5 things to remember while planning for your child's education, retirement readiness roadmap, planning for a secure future. So, think about some nice, catchy names which can resonate well with your audience, because these are the hooks. They grabs their eyeballs and it motivates them to come and attend the session. So, one is have an interesting name for your program, and also try tailoring the content. Now, through your registration form, you'll come to know what percentage of your audience is men and women. You will come to know what kind of a profession they belong to, so that you give the examples that you give those examples, taking their background, taking their situation into consideration. For example, if majority of your audience is youngsters, so in that, even in the standard IAP presentation, there is a segment dedicated to power of creating wealth, SIP, etc. So you can focus more on how SIPs is a medium to channelize money regularly and create wealth that will help them achieve their goals. So you can focus a lot more on SIPs for youngsters. If your audience is, tilting more towards older investors, then you can speak about how SWP will help them get regular cash flows and tax efficient cash flows. So always look at customizing your session. If you feel that predominantly your audience comprises of people who are comfortable speaking in Telugu, then have your session in your regional language. So customize, give relevant examples. That is how you will connect the chord. So there is a wonderful saying that people don't remember what you say. They don't remember how you have said it, but what they remember is how you made them feel. So even if you look at Starbucks, we go to Starbucks, we like that environment, we can sit there in nice comfortable furnitures, we like the entire atmosphere. By the way, we get coffee, right? And that is how Starbucks has positioned itself, and that is why we don't mind paying an expensive a big price for that coffee, or even buying food items out there. So people are looking for experience, and the experience that you can create is through simple terms, giving examples in their world, connecting to their situation, background, etc. Now, I want to ask a question here. Are you looking at IAP as just an investor awareness program, or is IAP an investor empowerment program? Are you looking at it from the lens of an IAP or from the lens of an IEP, which is investor empowerment program? How are you looking at this particular proposition? So George Matthew says ki IEP. So as I've said, when you're routing it through an AMC, where AMC is conducting IAPs directly for the clients, and distributors ideally should not be involved. So basically, AMC's people say that you call your clients, but we will be presenting it, and we have to follow those formality of taking pictures, having the registration link there on our website and AMFI's website, even collecting the attendance report, keeping a log of all of that, because tomorrow SEBI and AMFI auditors can ask us for that. Now, that is one way of doing IAP. The other is that if you are really excited and passionate about empowering your audience, then you can, look beyond IAPs. Always look at any kind of speaking opportunities that you can get. And I would say ki, always look at any educational session where you empower people's knowledge. So, connecting on a one-to-many format where you are the speaker and there are many people need not be only that IAP ka content. It could be on behavioral bias. It could be like NRI, taxation updates. It could be taxation concepts ke upar presentation. It could be union budget ke upar presentations. It could be what are different market macroeconomic indicators and its influence on markets, asset class, etc. And investor sessions need not always be classroom. As somebody mentioned, consistency is the key. So every month, to begin with, see to it that you conduct one session on any topic. And that session should be a Zoom webinar session or a Google Meet session, etc. Now there are, because you are positioning yourself as a thought leader. So you are there to educate. Sales is, everybody wants business to grow. Every day they want business to grow. But before that, you need to educate people because you need to win over their trust, right? So always position yourself as a thought leader. And IAPs is a place to launch yourself as a thought leader and then be a trusted financial advisor. Now, if you are every month doing Zoom sessions or Google Meet sessions, how about multi-streaming it across different platforms? Like when I was attending some meditation program, my meditation teacher used to simultaneously stream his live meditation across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. And I used to wonder, how is it that he's doing the same meditation, but people can log in via Zoom, via YouTube, via Instagram, via Facebook. How are they able to? Then I figured out that there are multi-streaming platforms like Restream. So Restream I think in their free plan, you can simultaneously, you can do a Zoom webinar. They'll give you a code. If you use that code, provided that you are a Zoom paid user, if you use that code to any social media platform of your choice, that is Zoom plus one social media platform. So in two platforms, you can simultaneously digitally do sessions across two platforms. So how about doing maybe, 30 minutes Facebook live session and LinkedIn live session? But how do you do it simultaneously? And that technology is called multi-streaming. And there are platforms like Restream, where, for two platforms, it is free. Correct? And you can in fact invite 6 people on the screen also. It cannot be only you speaking. There can be 5 other people also who are as a panel discussion. Paid plans start at 16,000 rupees, etc. So if I have to show you how Restream looks like, if I click on to Restream, just give me a moment. Yeah. So this is how the Restream platform looks like. It's a very simple platform. You have to open an account and link your Facebook ID and Instagram ID here. So all you have to do is just link your IDs and, start a new stream, link your, they have something called, Restream Studio. They'll give you one studio setup. And then you have to just link in, you have to connect your Facebook ID, Instagram ID, whatever. In free plan, you can do two things simultaneously. So what I would suggest is just play around, figure out this platform. You have to work smart. It is not working hard. It is working smart. Please explore these digital tools. Now, in terms of logistics and collaboration, so there used to be an actor called Kamal R. Khan. He came out with a movie called Desh Drohi, and he was the actor, director, producer, screenwriter, etc. Now, the movie was a flop. So you don't have to do everything on your own. You need not always be the actor, producer, writer, screenwriter, script writer, etc. So what you can do is, whenever you are doing investor empowerment sessions, collaborate. Collaborate is the key word. Invite Kapil for one of your sessions. Invite one of the EMC speakers for one of your sessions. That is why the key word is always be connecting, so that you have so much of network, so much of connection, that you are able to call good speakers who can give ideas and share insights on different topics. So one thing is IAP, but if you go beyond IAP and look at it as IEP, Investor Empowerment Session, then you can do it on any topic. No, nothing stops you from doing on any topic. And we cannot have knowledge on everything. So you need to tie up with experts. So, but if you're doing a classroom session and you are paying it out of your own budget, so you have to look at whether, the cost is reasonable or not. Maybe if you want to minimize the cost, I mentioned this earlier, can you tie up with another channel partner, another friend of yours, another MFD friend of yours, so that there is no conflict of interest, and you can share the costs associated with the venue and the menu. And I would rather say the hack is that try doing multiple webinars, at least 3 webinars in a quarter, monthly 1 webinar on any topic. If you're doing it solo, independently, without any asset management company's help, The second is the hack is please approach associations, clubs, your own alma mater, school, college, etc. because they'll give their training hall. Nothing you have to spend. All you need is a good PowerPoint presentation, good stories, good examples, and your ability to hold the audience's attention. So, and always remember, there are in Amazon, I picked up a slide changer, which helps to navigate slides. If you're doing a classroom session, you're getting it at as low as 500 rupees. You will also get portable mics. You will get UBS ka ya boat ka good speakers. Have all these logistics with you because tomorrow, if the hall is not providing, there is a backup plan. Am I making myself clear, Kapil? Is it all proper at this juncture? Yes, no?
Very much, ma'am. Very much clear.
Great. Now, I have seen phenomenal presenters, beautiful flair they have. They are highly educated, knowledgeable, wisdom centric. All that is fine. But I feel I've always believed that presentation, as much as is an art, is a science, is a skill that can be acquired by anyone, right? So there is the skill, the science part of it. The technique part of it is that presentation is a structure. You should have some opening. What is opening? I'll let you know. You should set the people's expectation through an agenda. You should have then your whatever ideas and whatever concepts you have to explain. Many people don't summarize. There is no scope for Q&A. And most importantly, we all are in sales. And we have to nudge people to invest. There is no call for action. There has to be an opening. There has to be an agenda. There has to be ideas for discussion. There has to be summarization. There has to be time for Q&A and call for action. Now, what do I mean by open? Research suggests that you have 30 seconds time to grab audience's attention. Kapil played a beautiful 4 minutes video that was captivating, soothing music. It caught people's attention. I started with some data. You know what? There is a 72% delta change when it comes to the number of IAPs being conducted and 10 lakh investors being trained on different investment topics. You must start with some statistics. One statistics could be India is getting 70% of India was poor at the time of independence. Today, 20% of India is poor. That means India there are three demographics. India is young. India is getting richer. India is getting older. So for young people, you need a strategy. For middle class, you need a strategy. For retirees, you need a strategy. You should give some shocking statistic, some personal story, or a quote like an investment in knowledge pays the best interest, or some analogies like stock market is like an ocean. It ebbs and flows, just like an ocean has crest and trough. Stock market also has crest and trough. Volatility tha hai rahega. Analogies, that is called analogies. Two different things, you're trying to link it through an example. Or financial planning is similar to losing weight. Just like losing weight requires patience and perseverance, success through financial planning and goal-based investing requires patience, discipline, perseverance. So those are called analogies. Start with some quotation. Kuch bhi nahi hai to koi quotation. But it should come naturally. You should not be reading things from the slide. Slide is for your audience, not for you. So there has to be some quotation. There has to be some picture. These are all or, not Hindi wala AUR, English wala OR, right? So start with some, some beautiful opening. It could be a quiz. You start with a quiz to your client. Ask people, what do you mean by ELSs? Do you know the full form of ELSs? Whoever gives the answer correctly, give them a chocolate, give them a pen, give them something, some freebie. Many great presenters do not have an agenda. And that's where the presentation is a raita. Raita, like that dish, it goes all over the place. So agenda should be there, what you are covering, because it sets people's expectations. So not many people have agenda. You should have an agenda. And then once basis your agenda, start covering topics. Broadly, whatever you're going to cover, split it up into 3 parts. Now, under your each part, there can be multiple subtopics, but your broad should be 3 topics. Like in my presentation, my broad 3 topics was IAP and pre-IAP formalities. Structure of a presentation is my second one. And third is what goes. Now, why is that you should bring, though you have a big agenda, say that these are the top 3 topics, within that there will be subtopics. Why are we breaking them into 3 broad topics? Why 3 broad topics? Any idea? Why are we emphasizing on the word 3? What could be the reason? Any idea? Somebody has said that they want the link of Restream. Sure, I'll send this link of Restream. Just give me a moment, please. Where is Restream? Yeah. So Ankur says it is for trivia. I've shared the link of Restream. I would say कि trivia, see, the reason why, because people remember in 3. जब हम लोग एग्जाम में ऐसे भी लिखते थे ना, we used to write opening, middle and end. So any presentation will have beginning, middle and end. Mahatma Gandhi said, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. बुरा ना देखो, बुरा ना सुनो, बुरा ना कहो. Julius Caesar said, veni vidi vidi vici. So veni vidi vici means I came, I saw and conquered. So when you say 3 things I'm going to discuss, 3 ke andar actually you're covering 12 or 20, but you're clubbing those 12, 20 under 3 broad. That is very important. Make it pictorial, because 85% of the information that our brain receives from our eyes. We are, or most of us are poor listeners. But we are we are noticers than listeners. That means make it pictorial, make it visual. We have images. The biggest proof of the pudding and evidence you can give is your own account statement. I'm showing my own account statement. In one of the schemes I had done SIP, and I have nothing to, I'm not hiding anything. Over a period of time, for so many years, I would have done this SIP of 5,000 rupees for maybe 10, 14 years. 6 lakhs has become 16 lakhs, 14% CAGRs in 7 years. And in this 7 years, you had US-China trade war, COVID, Russia-Ukraine crisis, Israel-Hamas war, FPI. It's basically your DPI, domestic investors. I would say DMI, domestic mutual fund investors, or DM SIPI, which is domestic mutual fund SIP investors who are actually holding the market. So many things have happened. Please, if you haven't invested in mutual funds, then the conviction towards convincing your client and persuading your clients around mutual funds will be less. I always say we are still in the Satyajit Ray zamana, where, he used to show a hut, a straw-based hut with water dripping, one lady sitting quietly with less food, sob story. India is no longer poor. India is becoming rich. Today, if you have 1 crore, that is not a big money. Now is not the time for crorepati. Now is the time for millionaire pati. You have to, if you are rich, you have to be called a millionaire. Millionaire means 8.5 crores. That means we think कि यार 500 रुपए का SIP मिल जाए, 1000 रुपए का, but your client can give you 2 lakh rupees SIP. Why settle for 200 or 2000 when you can get 2 lakh rupees? So there are people, there was this young girl, 22-year-old girl, who came and told me, ma'am, I want to build 100 crore corpus. Now, either she is too ambitious or it is ridiculous, but I loved her jasba because she had the self-belief in her that she'll create 100 crores. There are millions of people youngsters out there. So please don't just settle for 200, 100, because your client might have the capacity to give you 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs also. So show them, if you want to buy a Rolls Royce, which is the cost is 10 crores. Inflation after 10 years, it's not going to be 10 crores, it's going to be 18, 20 crores, which means you need to give SIP of 7 lakhs. You don't have it, start with 3 lakhs. Every bonus you get, put that money into investments. So again, your examples that you give, we always give chota examples, but India has maximum number of billionaires, millionaires. The statistic shows it is becoming rich. Please nudge your investors to think big, which will help them have a very good lifestyle. Okay, all that is fine. You had a great opening, you had an agenda, you explained whatever you had to explain through, simple language, examples, analogies, stories, and pictorial, you made it. After that, I have seen fantastic presenters, they don't summarize. See, don't expect everybody, don't have this assumption that everybody has brilliant memory. We need continuous reinforcement. For that, there is a great orator who said, ki tell people once they are aware of it. Tell them twice they get it. You tell once they are aware. Two times you say the same thing, they'll say, ha, pata hai. Three times you say, they'll say, okay, I'll get it. That is what even music does, na? You see most of the famous songs today, the lyrics will be 4 lines, but one word they'll be repeating it again and again. You see most of Himesh Reshamya's, even that Blackpink ka Rose, her song is, I'm not sure whether you all are into K-pop, but your kids would be. There is this Blackpink lady who came out with a song called Apate, and Apate, half of the song, 80% of the song was Apate, 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 Apate. Why are they doing that? Because they want you to remember the punchline. Similarly, please summarize what you have to say. Ki in the end, these are the key takeaways. Because people need to get a grip and hang about your presentation, it serves as a good recap. And one way to summarize, a hack that I'm going to teach you is, let me open a new thing, new slide. Please go to insert. You are lazy to type, ki what are the summary things? Go to insert, go to zoom, go to summary zoom. Again, let me repeat. Open any slide, the last slide, go to insert, go to zoom, select summary zoom, and here it will tell you which are the key slides you want it as a summary slide. Assume I want what is IAP as an important slide. Assume I want to show these two, which is how do you get clients. Assume I want to show this one, ki you need, you can use, a nice prompt to create an invitation letter. Select your relevant and insert it. And here you go, you will get the summary slides. All your slides that you wanted is now shown in one page. And you can always revisit those page like this, right? And it will show you that. So this is a hack. You must have a summary slide created. Now, okay. Now the other thing is, after you have summarized, ask for questions. Is there any questions? Now the time is for Q&A. Ideally, if you have a 60 minutes presentation, 45 minutes should be your core presentation. Keep 10-15 minutes for question. After all questions has been answered, we think, ha, presentation over ho gaya. We forget the most important step called call for action. In this world, if you ask, you receive. I was reading that there was one beggar in Bombay, and he has 7.5 crores and of wealth, and he has bought an apartment of 1.4 crores by begging. What is begging? You are just asking for money. And we feel, oh, we should not ask, we should not ask. You're not begging. If you've done your work well, you should ask. But there are ways to ask after you've done your presentation. After you have asked people questions and clarified them, ask them, everything clear? All well? How many of you are convinced about mutual funds? How many of you are convinced about SIP? Please raise your hands. The moment you raise your hands and you ask this question, how many of you are convinced about SIP and mutual fund? Raise your hands. There will be 3-4 people who will raise their hands. Then you ask, would you want to invest? How many of you want to invest right now? Raise your hands. There'll be at least 3 people who will say, raise your hands. Then you ask them, if it is okay with your permission, can you give me your email ID, your contact detail? Is it okay if I can contact you and have discussions around how to invest in another week's time? And if out of that 3 people or 10 people say, yes, 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 they give you their card. And if you have taken their permission, there is a saying by Salman Khan, na, ek baar maine commitment kar di, main apne aap ki bhi nahi sunta hu. So there are people, the moment they say that, yes, I'm investing, yes, you can contact me, 90% of them don't backtrack their commitment. A lot of people, human beings, are ingrained to stick to whatever, they have made a verbal declaration that they want to commit. People don't break their commitments. So again, to reiterate, ask them, all clear? Is it fine? Then raise your hands. Have you all understood about mutual funds, benefits of SIP? Are you all convinced? How many of you are convinced? Raise your hands. When you raise your hand, 3-4 people will also raise their hands. In fact, more people will raise their hands. Then you ask, how many of you are planning to invest in mutual funds right now? So then again, people will laugh and say, not right now, but we are invested. Then you ask them, with your permission, can I take your contact details? Is it okay if I can contact you within 7 days? People will say, yeah, no problem. And when you contact them after 7 days, 90% of people don't backtrack on their commitment. This is what is important. We don't do this. We think, oh, log kya sochenge? If you have done your job well, you can always ask for business. I hope I'm clear here. I'll take a short break. Kapil sir, am I clear in whatever
Yes,
I'm
ma'am,
saying?
100%.
Great. Now,
Amrita, before we move forward, so Utsav this side, I just wanted to have a common question because there are a lot of people in this audience who have retail clients and who prefer to have wealth clients in their portfolio also. Now, since you talked about becoming a crorepati and becoming a millionaire, there is a difference, right? Now, for
right.
those set of people who are part of this audience today, if they want to add on wealth-oriented clients, what are few things they should touch upon? If you could just share.
No, see, today, in fact, your Narayana Murthy one day was a retail customer before he bought a 50 crore property in Bangalore, right? So their retail client are not going to be retail, they are going to progress. So one way is that even within those retail clients who are having, lesser salary, limited salary, but they have age by their side or they have the talent by their side, we never know how fortunes can change or transpire. But even within retail, to answer your question, phase one is that even within retail clients, you can infuse that thought, that think big. I remember when I stayed in Bangalore, the apartment was constructed by ex SBI employees, retirees. They had a plan. They had bought land. They had got into real estate business. So we never know how people's life cycle will pan out. That's number one. Second is that if you really want to acquire big clients, the best thing is take up a membership into a plush club. It could be, like it could be like in Chennai, you have Presidency Club, etc. You may want to explore some good plush clubs, and whenever the club has some activity or request the club, can I do a presentation, etc. That is one way of growing it. Through a club membership, through your networking abilities. The third could be one of the most fertile ground for hunting for clients is LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is one platform which allows 30,000 members. Now, Facebook and Instagram, you can have 5,000, 7,500 members. So what I mean to what I mean to say is that not many people use LinkedIn at all. So LinkedIn, if I have to show LinkedIn, uh, just one second. So we are going little away from where we were. Yeah, just one second.
Amrita, I don't think we have a lot of left with the presentation. Nah? Let's
I think
finish.
you
Yeah,
can.
we're not
Let's
left.
conclude the presentation, Amrita.
Finish the
That's yeah.
presentation.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
already 6 o'clock.
yeah. So you can go to LinkedIn. That is what I wanted to say. And there also you can search for clients. Now, I hope I'm clear. The last bit is after the presentation, please use a Google form or an MS form. And I showed that MS form you can even get feedback. Microsoft form you can create a feedback form. It gives you an automatic QR code and ask questions. How would you rate the program? How do you think the knowledge is? But most importantly, do you want to receive important articles via email, via WhatsApp, etc.? Please ask those questions. Do you want us to contact us? Because if people say they want informative articles, you can create your learning community, send them important articles. Now, if people say, please contact us, even in your feedback form, please contact us for investments, you can always contact people. So one is you're verbally asking for people's contact, and even through the MS form, with a feedback form that you have created using Microsoft form or Google form, there also you're asking one more question. Now, if you have got 20 people who are saying contact me for investments, please contact them. Call them up. And there are tools like Calendly and Setmore. What is Calendly is that, let me show it to you. In Calendly, it gives you an option to book an appointment. That means I can book an appointment, whatever time frame. And people, you can, and I've seen a lot of bankers do it. They say, sir, you are interested for appointment. This is the link for the month of December. Please select any date and time you want us to contact, and we will contact you that time. When client open one booking appointment link on their own, select a date and select a time, 99% of them again don't backtrack. So play around with Calendly, play around with Setmore. It is completely free. Call the client, send them an email, send them a booking appointment link, for which you can use Calendly and Setmore. They are free. And again, last two things, maybe last two slides. Kindly ensure you can give them some pen, some notepads, some SIP calculator. Explain them how the SIP nowadays has these wheels, how to use that wheel so that they pictorially see if I'm investing 10,000 rupees per month for a duration of 7 years at a 12% rate of interest. This is what I'm getting. You're any which ways showing your account statement like I showed my account statement. The other thing which I've really liked is that when I was reading the book called Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes, he is a beautiful sales guy and has written a wonderful book. And he always says that whatever, you can have an early bird people, the first 10 people who arrive to your venue on time, or first 20 people who have arrived within 10 minutes of, if the event is 6 o'clock, by 6:10, if you have 20 people coming in, you can give them a small Rubik cube, which is only 90 rupees. It would be a 900 rupees expenditure for you. Or a bookmark, where a pack of 10 bookmarks can be 400 rupees for you. Or, you can give them maybe a pen which has a light. Because one client was saying, Amrita, I had a cyclone. You gifted me a pen which had a flashlight. And that day I used that flashlight and I was able to manage my things. Thank you so much for it. So think about it is not you're bribing somebody. You're not giving iPad, you're not giving iPods, you're giving simple gifts, but gifts that has utility. He will keep it on his table. So with this, I come to the end of the program. Please remember existing network plus one. Even if it is the standard IAP, have that standard IAP name, but have an innovative subtitle. Again, you can approach AMC to do a program. The best is take club membership, do it in their place, association, schools, etc. Whenever you are doing a webinar, look at a multi-streaming platform. And other thing is, there is always a structure. Open agenda, ideas, summarize, Q&A, call for action. And these are some of the tech tools that we have discussed. So with this, I come to the end of the program. I'll be happy to take any questions that you have. I hope it was of some help to you all. Thank you. Over to you, Kapil.
It was not some help, madam. It was lots and lots of help. Okay, especially बहुत सारे मतलब all these things like Calendly also. I also didn't knew actually help us a lot. Guys, any questions? No, please feel free to ask. We will share this video also with you. Any questions? Please share this list of documents. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस अभी भी उसमें ही आ रहे हैं. Guys, I shared that मैडम ने जैसे बताया था माइक्रोसॉफ्ट फॉर्म्स क्वेश्चंस आप NRI के बना के दे दो एंड डाल दिया ऑलरेडी ग्रुप में. Ma'am, everybody is saying thank you only.
Great, glad. I'm glad.
Can we get the PPT used by ma'am?
I'll share a brief handout with
उत्सव.
Utsav, yeah.
ये उत्सव बहुत बड़ा कनेक्टिंग लिंक बन गया सबका. Please share all the AI tools. Yes, sir, I will do it.
Some of them I'll mention it. One is imgflip.com, which is one meme generator.
Ma'am already has put everything in the group.
Yeah. Super meme is also there. Yeah.
Okay, I think there are no questions anymore. So really thank you, Amrita. Utsav, do you want to share anything?
I think, Amrita, that was really a very helpful session because a lot of people have started using these platforms, and you added those AI tools was an add-on. And beyond that, it is more helpful, I feel, because there are 140 plus people which were part of the call, and a lot of them don't do IAPs. Today, you gave them a platform to understand how IAPs can help them scale up their business. So thank you so much for taking out that timeline of yours and sharing everything in detail, going through all the questions. So I hope these are helpful, Kapil sir, and we'll
That's
do more
great.
of these. Thank you, Amrita.
Thank
My
you so
pleasure.
for
Thank
arranging
you.
this. Thank you, Amrita, for your time. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all the partners, for attending. Sir. Oh, it was really, really long session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.